Hey everyone, today we're diving into the fascinating world of chopsticks. Yes, those slender sticks that you might have seen in your favorite Asian restaurant, or perhaps even tried to use yourself. But have you stopped to think about their history, their cultural significance, or even the skill it takes to use them properly? I know, it might sound a bit mundane at first, but trust me, chopsticks are anything but ordinary. You might be thinking, chopsticks? Those things I use to shamefully pick up sushi. Or maybe you've had that awkward moment where you just couldn't get the hang of it, and you ended up stabbing your food instead. Trust me, there's more to these bad boys than meets the eye. They are not just eating utensils, they are a symbol of culture, tradition, and even art. We're talking about a utensil with a history spanning millennia, dating back to ancient China, around 1200 BC. Initially, they were used for cooking, stirring the fire, and serving food rather than as tableware. They are a utensil so ingrained in Asian culture that it's practically a sixth finger. In countries like China, Japan, Korea, and Vietnam, chopsticks are an essential part of daily life. In many parts of Asia, chopsticks are the MVPs of the dinner table. They are used to eat everything from rice and noodles to meat and vegetables. So get ready as we embark on a journey to uncover the secrets behind these seemingly simple yet surprisingly complex eating implements. We'll explore their origins, their evolution, and the various styles and materials used to make them. And maybe you'll gain a newfound appreciation for the humble chopstick. And who knows? By the end of this journey, you might be inspired to master the art of using them yourself. So let's get started. Our story begins, as many good stories do, in ancient China. This ancient civilization, known for its rich culture and groundbreaking innovations, has given the world many gifts. But one of the most enduring and fascinating contributions is something we often take for granted today: chopsticks. Picture this, it's 2500 BC. The Great Wall is still under construction, and the landscape is a bustling hub of activity. The Chinese people are busy building, farming, and cooking, laying the foundations of what would become one of the world's greatest civilizations. In the midst of all this, people are using twigs to fish food out of boiling pots. These twigs were the precursors to what we now know as chopsticks. Imagine the ingenuity it took to use simple sticks to handle hot food, a testament to human creativity and adaptability. Talk about a first world problem, am I right? But seriously, the struggle was real. Eating with twigs was not the most efficient method, but it was a start. It paved the way for the development of more sophisticated tools. Legend has it that these early chopsticks, known as kuaizhi, were born out of necessity. The Chinese were always looking for ways to improve their daily lives, and chopsticks were a perfect example of this innovative spirit. See, the Chinese were cooking up a storm, literally, with woks and steaming broths. Their cuisine was complex and required precise tools to handle the food properly. Chopsticks became an essential part of the kitchen, allowing cooks to stir, flip, and serve food with ease. Using spoons or fingers just wasn't cutting it, pun intended. The food was often too hot or too slippery to handle with bare hands, and spoons were not versatile enough for the variety of dishes being prepared. So, bam, chopsticks were born. This simple yet effective tool revolutionized the way people ate and cooked. It was a game changer in the culinary world of ancient China, and they weren't just for the common folk either. Chopsticks quickly became a symbol of sophistication and culture. Everyone from peasants to emperors adopted this new way of eating. Emperors and nobles were all about that chopstick life, often using elaborately decorated chopsticks made from precious materials like jade, gold, and ivory. These were not just eating utensils, but also status symbols, even using silver ones to detect poison. Silver was believed to change color when it came into contact with certain poisons, making it a practical choice for those in power who feared assassination. Talk about a high-stakes dinner party. The use of chopsticks has endured through the centuries, becoming an integral part of not just Chinese culture, but also spreading to other parts of Asia and the world. Today, they are a symbol of tradition, innovation, and the enduring legacy of ancient China. Now let's fast forward a few centuries. Chopsticks, like any good trend, started spreading faster really quickly. First, they hopped over to Japan, Korea, and Vietnam, becoming an integral part of their culinary cultures. But it wasn't just about practicality. Chopsticks became imbued with symbolism and tradition. In Japan, they even have special chopsticks for ceremonies and different occasions. It's like having a different fork for every course, but way more elegant. And you know what's amazing? Despite cultural differences, the love for chopsticks remained constant. It's like the universal language of pass the dumplings, please. Now, some of you fork enthusiasts might be wondering, why chopsticks? Isn't it easier to just stab and stuff? And to that, I say, where's the fun in that? Using chopsticks is like a delicate dance between your fingers, a test of dexterity and finesse. It's like playing a tiny xylophone, but instead of music, you get delicious food. Plus, studies show that using chopsticks can actually help with fine motor skills and even prevent arthritis. So, not only are you enjoying your meal, but you're also giving your brain and hands a workout. Talk about a win-win. Let's be real. Mastering chopsticks doesn't happen overnight. It's a skill that takes time, patience, and a lot of practice. You might start off feeling like you're trying to solve a complex puzzle with 2 sticks, and that's perfectly normal. We've all been there, fumbling with those slippery little sticks, feeling like we're all thumbs. It's almost like the food has a mind of its own, slipping and sliding away just when you think you've got it, chasing after rogue grains of rice, watching them escape your grasp time and time again. It's a test of patience and dexterity, and sometimes it feels like the rice is winning, and resorting to the shovel technique, don't act like you haven't done it. We've all had those moments where we just want to get the food to our mouth by any means necessary, even if it means abandoning proper technique. But hey, that's part of the charm. The journey to mastering chopsticks is filled with laughter and light-hearted moments. It's these little mishaps that make the experience memorable and fun. Chopstick mishaps are a rite of passage, a universal experience that brings us all together. It's something everyone can relate to, no matter where you're from. A source of endless amusement and shared laughter at the dinner table. These moments create bonds and memories that last a lifetime. It's these unexpected moments that turn a simple meal into a story you'll tell for years. And let's not forget the unspoken camaraderie among chopstick newbies. There's a special kind of bond that forms when you're all in the same boat, struggling and learning together. That knowing glance across the table, the silent encouragement, the shared understanding that you're all in this together. It's a beautiful thing to witness and be a part of. The shared victory, when you finally manage to pick up a piece of food without launching it into your neighbor's lap. It's a beautiful thing. It's a small triumph, but it feels like a major win. And in that moment, you realize that the journey was worth it. One of the coolest things about chopsticks is their versatility. We're not just talking about picking up noodles and sushi here, folks. Chopsticks can handle everything from delicate dumplings to slippery tofu to even the boniest piece of fish. They're like the Swiss Army knives of the utensil world, adaptable and efficient. You can use them to stir, flip, serve, and even separate food. It's like having a whole set of cutlery in the palm of your hand. And let's not forget the artistry involved. Chefs spend years honing their chopstick skills, creating intricate dishes and even sculpting food into edible masterpieces. It's like watching a culinary ballet, with chopsticks as the star dancers. In many Asian families, chopsticks are more than just utensils. They're treasured possessions passed down through generations. These aren't your average disposable chopsticks, mind you. We're talking about beautifully crafted pieces of art, made from materials like jade, silver, and even ivory. Imagine inheriting your great-grandmother's chopsticks, the same ones she used to cook countless family meals. It's like receiving a piece of history, a tangible connection to your heritage. And the best part, every time you use them, you're not just enjoying a meal. You're creating new memories and adding your own chapter to their story. Talk about a conversation starter at your next dinner party. All right, chopstick champions, that's a wrap on our epic journey through the world of chopsticks. Who knew 2 simple sticks could be so much fun, right? If your chopstick skills went from fumble with noodles to master sushi ninja today, then drop a comment below and share your victory, or your hilarious failures. Before you go, hit that subscribe button faster than you can pick up a slippery dumpling. And don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed this culinary adventure. Stay sharp, stay silly, and remember, life's too short for boring utensils. See you in the next video.